Hello there, and welcome to the weekly Asylum and Immigration Reform Update, where I share with you 5 recent stories of interest to asylum seekers and those who want to stay current on immigration news. This week, we're discussing
Trump's immigration stance shifts causing campaign confusion. An artist's film featuring Venezuelan migrants explores power and immigration themes. Biden's immigration policy sparks debate over its impact on the 2024 election. A nonpartisan congressional report finds that immigration boosts the economy. A federal judge blocks Iowa's controversial immigration law, citing federal preemption.
I'm Brian Manning, and I used to be an asylum officer with the government, but now, as an asylum lawyer, I help immigrants all over the country to secure their future in America through asylum. It's my pleasure to bring you asylum and immigration reform updates each week, right here on the Political Asylum Lawyers YouTube channel. Okay, let's get to the news. First up,
Former President Donald Trump announced he would give green cards, that is, permanent residency, to all foreign college students upon graduation, a sharp departure from his previous immigration policies, which sought to limit immigration to the United States. Hours later, his campaign walked back the statement, specifying an aggressive vetting process and limiting it to skilled graduates. Trump's initial comments came during a podcast with Silicon Valley investors, where he criticized high immigration levels, but agreed to increase opportunities for skilled foreign workers. This stance contrasts with his administration's restrictive immigration policies, including limitations on H-1B visas, an attempt to essentially ban asylum outright, and various other proposals to cut legal immigration. Trump's campaign statement muddled what had been a direct appeal to wealthy tech industry leaders, whom the former president is courting as donors. The reversal highlights tensions between Trump's past immigration agenda and attempts to attract support from business leaders.
And next up, for update number 2.
Venezuelan artist Javier Tellez's latest project, America, features 8 Venezuelan migrants collaborating on a film about power dynamics. Screening in New York, the 20-minute film repurposes Charlie Chaplin's comedies to address themes of migration, poverty, and dictatorship. Tellez, known for involving disadvantaged groups in his work, aims to give agency to his collaborators by having them play both oppressors and the oppressed. The project offers a unique opportunity for the migrants, who typically work in service industries, to engage in artistic expression. Tellez's work often addresses political issues in Venezuela, including his criticism of the Chavez and Maduro governments. The migrants' performances reflect their experiences fleeing Venezuela and the challenges they face in the United States. Despite Tellez's international recognition, this marks his first solo show in New York in nearly 2 decades, highlighting the complex relationship between political art and mainstream recognition in the art world.
All right, time for our third immigration update.
President Biden's new policy offering permanent residency to undocumented spouses and children of United States citizens has drawn criticism from Republicans, who claim it's an attempt to influence the 2024 election. The policy simplifies the process for an estimated 550,000 individuals to regularize their status. Former President Trump promised to reverse the order if re-elected, accusing Biden of using migrants for political gain. However, the policy's impact on voter registration before the 2024 election is zero, as it does not grant citizenship quickly enough to affect voter rolls. Republicans argue the policy will incentivize illegal immigration, while Democrats defend it as a step towards solving immigration issues. The White House emphasizes the policy's limited scope, applying only to existing residents. Some Republicans question the constitutionality of the executive order and its potential long-term effects on immigration.
And moving right along, update number 4.
The nonpartisan Congressional Budget Office reports that increased immigration has significantly boosted the United States economy and is projected to add nearly $9 trillion through 2034. The surge in immigration, particularly of undocumented migrants, is expected to expand the labor force and overall population. While this growth may put downward pressure on wages, especially for less educated workers, it is anticipated to reduce the federal budget deficit by $900 billion over a decade. The CEO notes that state and local governments might face increased costs. The recent finding aligns with various reports showing a net gain for the economy due to immigration. Immigration has become a contentious issue in the 2024 election campaign, with President Biden's recent policy allowing some undocumented immigrants to stay, drawing mixed reactions. Economists increasingly view immigration as a factor in the economy's resilience, despite interest rate hikes following the COVID-19 pandemic.
And finally, our 5th immigration update for this week.
A federal judge has temporarily blocked Iowa's controversial immigration law, Senate File 2340, which would have allowed local officials to arrest and remove previously deported individuals, even those now legally present in the United States. A judge ruled that the law is likely preempted by federal immigration statutes, citing similar cases in Texas and Arizona. The American Civil Liberties Union and the federal government challenged the law, arguing it violates the Constitution's Supremacy Clause and interferes with the federal immigration system. The judge rejected Iowa's arguments that the law only applies to state court judges and doesn't affect lawful permanent residents. Iowa's Attorney General plans to appeal the decision. The injunction prevents the law from taking effect on July 1st, with civil rights groups celebrating the ruling and Iowa's governor expressing disappointment.
And that wraps up this week's immigration news. If you want to win asylum in the United States, then you should call my office today. We help people all over the country, so it doesn't matter where you are. Call us now to schedule an asylum strategy session so that we can help you secure your future in America through asylum. Again, I'm Brian Manning, and it's an honor to serve you in your immigration journey.